I've been growing tomatoes all my life, but I've never seen anything that looks quite like this one. Is it a shamrock tomato or something else? Hi everybody, Clay here. One of the shortfalls of YouTube videos is that you can't really smell anything. This is my sage bush. If I pick off one of these yellowing leaves and crush it, you can't believe the aroma if you've never smelled fresh sage. I don't know if you can hear that jet airplane in the background. That's a rare sound these days. Since the Flu-Han-Wu hit, we're in the flight path for Dulles Airport, and we used to have a constant stream of jets flying over our home, but they're few and far between these days. Anyway, I finally got around to clearing the weeds out of my herb garden, and here on the end is a rosemary bush. And like the sage, all I have to do is brush it with my hand and I can smell the rosemary. There are two kinds of chives in here. Let me get this mint out of the way. If you've ever grown mint, you know it can be a very invasive plant. But we've got some chives here and another variety of chives here. And we recently transplanted in some parsley and oregano. They're just getting started. And behind the oregano and parsley, the really big leaves you see there sticking up out of the mint, that's horseradish. And here's a basil plant in the very small victory garden. None of the herbs take a lot of room. They all do well in containers. In here we've got basil, parsley, sage, rosemary, two kinds of chives, horseradish, and mint. That's a pretty good herb garden. And it will add a lot to your cooking. So if you're not already growing herbs, see if you can carve out a little spot in your garden and start some herbs growing. A lot of them are perennials. Plant them once and they'll come back year after year. So that's it for today. Just a short video. I've got tomatoes coming in on most of my plants now. We're picking way more than we can eat. And my carbon, it's producing 1 slicers. And these are the best tomatoes of all. A little bit of problem with cracking. Had a lot of rain, but they are excellent tasting, and I grow them every year now. And over here is an old favorite we brought back. This is a black crim. Not quite as big, just as tasty. Happy gardening, everyone.